What's up guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about the DJI Mavic Mini 2. That's right, the newest drone to come out from DJI, the new ultralight drone coming in at a really low price point. We're going to be looking at what this drone can do, some of the specs behind it, and who this drone is actually for, and hopefully clear up some of the misconceptions that are out there about ultralight drones. Stay tuned, going to be a good one. Thanks again for checking out the channel. My name is Anthony and I make videos that I hope will teach and inspire you to make better videos. If that's something that you're into, consider subscribing to this channel and hit that bell icon so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Like this video if you get anything out of it. Last weekend I had the opportunity to go out with a friend to fly the new DJI Mini 2. That's right, they dropped the Mavic from the name. But I made a huge mistake. And I didn't check the drone before we flew it, and it turns out that he actually had the Mavic Mini 1st Gen. That's on me, that's my bad. I wanted to be upfront with you guys because I don't want to ever trick you guys and say that I'm doing one thing when it's actually something else. I want to be upfront and honest with you guys here on YouTube. But I think the video still works. I can talk about some of the differences. Obviously, the main difference being that the Mavic Mini doesn't shoot in 4K and it only shoots in 40 megabits per second on the video side. I'm here to teach and inspire you to make better videos, so I'm obviously gonna focus more on the video side. Anyway, my initial thoughts of the Mavic Mini 1st Gen is, first of all, it is a great drone. Flies really well, handles really well. Video transmission on it is just okay. It doesn't go very far. And the image quality, I talked about that earlier. It only shoots up to 2.7K in 30 frames per second or 25 frames per second. There's no 24 frames per second. I really don't know what's up with that. Thanks, Canon. You guys started that. It is so small. It fits like in the palm of my hand. It is incredibly small, something that you can just throw in your camera bag and not have to worry about. Pick up your camera bag and have everything you need in one little bag. Camera, lenses, the drone, everything in one little bag. That's the reason I would love to pick up one. Not saying that I'm going to. I'm still kind of thinking about it. There's some other gear that I want to get first before I get a new drone. I already have a drone, so I don't necessarily need another drone, although it'd be a lot more convenient. But enough talk about the Mavic Mini 1st Gen. You guys are here about the Mini 2, so let's get into some of those specs. The drone shoots 4K in 24, 25, and 30p. It shoots 2.7K in those same frame rates. But then when you go down to full HD, 1920 by 1080, it can shoot up to 60 frames per second, which is awesome if you want that slow motion stuff. It shoots 12 megapixel stills in JPEG and in RAW, which was super important for me whenever I was making my drone purchase decision. It gets up to 10 kilometers video transmission range, which is incredible, but keep in mind that's perfect conditions. You're not gonna really get that in practice unless you're in somewhere that's got perfect conditions like open sea or something like that. It's got a 3-axis gimbal that's really good on it. One important thing when you're looking at a drone is that horizon line. Sometimes the newer drones on the market will have a little horizon shift problem. And this drone is rock solid, just like you would expect from DJI. But the biggest selling point of this drone is the fact that it's under 250 grams, which means it's in the ultralight category. So you can fly this drone without registering it with the FAA. That's in the US. Some other countries, you don't even have to have a license to fly if it's an ultralight drone under 250 grams. Now, with that being said, most of the time if you add anything onto the drone that weighs more than 1 gram, you're gonna be over that line. So this is where some of the misconceptions come in. When you're talking about flying a drone, the weight counts on takeoff. So if you take off and then add something to the drone, you can kind of trick the system and add things onto the drone after the fact. So if you were flying this drone on a rescue mission and you sent down like a line wire, it's 249 grams before, but you pick up something that's 10 grams, well, it was already flying when you picked that 10-gram item up, and so you still don't have to register the drone. Now, if you clip something onto the drone before you take off, say an ND filter or something else that weighs more than 1 gram, then you still have to register the drone. Or if you're in a country that requires a license, then you have to become a licensed pilot to fly it. So this is in the ultralight category technically, Just be careful what you add on to it. Now in the US, the only difference between flying an ultralight drone and a regular drone is the fact that you don't have to register the ultralight drone with the FAA. You still have to be a licensed pilot if you want to fly for money. Now, with that being said, you can fly either the ultralight or the regular drone for fun for free. You don't have to be licensed in order to fly it, but you still have to abide by all of the laws that are out there for flying drones. So if you're going to fly in the US, I would highly suggest boning up on your drone law knowledge. With that being said, I still had a great time flying drones out in Ocean Springs. It was a gorgeous day. It's my bad about the whole misunderstanding with the Mini versus the Mini 2. Lo's a great guy. He's a great videographer friend, and this was his first drone purchase. Probably would not recommend the Minis for first-time drone pilots because it doesn't have any obstacle avoidance on it. The only sensors on it is downward sensors for when it lands so that it doesn't land on anybody when it comes down. So anytime you fly it, be very careful. It's got some auto functions on it, but when you put it in the automatic flight modes, make sure that there's nothing around it because it doesn't sense anything around it. It will crash. In fact, I am very certain that some of you will look at this video and ignore the warning and buy the drone, and the first day you fly it, you will crash it. That's why I highly recommend getting the DJI Care Plus plan with this purchase. It will be your saving grace. Along with the Fly More package, because you're going to get 3 more batteries, a charger, some propeller blades that go along with it, a carrying case. It's honestly worth it just for the 3 extra batteries that you get. Plus the charger, I mean, that's just icing on the cake. If you want to pick up the DJI Mini 2, I'll throw a link in the description. Heck, if you want to buy the DJI Mavic Mini Gen 1, I'll leave a link for that in the description as well. Drones have come a long way. I started flying a DJI Mavic Pro, and it's crazy to see that in the DJI Mavic Mini, the first gen, the Mavic Pro features fit in that first gen body. That's crazy. And now with the Mini 2, that's actually better than the first gen Mavic Pro. To me, that's crazy. Now, after I flew the Mavic Pro, I moved on to the Mavic Air, and I miss having that portability. So having something that fits literally in the palm of your hand is just crazy to me that you can get that kind of image quality. I don't know, my mind is just blown right now. If you're watching this right now and you've got a DJI Mini 2 and you want to fly, I'm more than willing to travel, 30 minutes to an hour to go fly with you. Just hit me up in the comments. DJI, if you're watching this, I'm willing to be a test pilot for the Mavic Mini Pro, whatever you've got coming out in the future. You can send me the Mini 2 as well. That'd be cool. That's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so that you're notified every time I upload. That's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.